Do y'all know right now is the time to participate in the election rally? Yes, the government's pumping up the system. September, October, November, the best 3-month time period in the stock market over 4 years, the year of an election year, because the White House stimulates the economy. So today, we're going to talk about how to profit from the election rally that's about to start. Now, we're going to have good days and bad days, good days, but I believe it's going to be some gains, y'all. Before we get started, as always, like, subscribe, share our channel as we continue to grow. More information given, more information received. And on these YouTube streets, I give information, of course, but in real life, I am a certified financial planner, have my own RIA, SEC registered RIA, managed over $250 million in assets. But for you guys, I'm just giving valuable information. But let's talk about the election rally. My profiteers, U.S. Bank, gave us the sauce, right? So this kind of gives us the average 3-month S&P 500 return during the election rally, which is basically September, October, November, right? We can see 2.2% when we have Democrats in control of everything, right? 1.6% or 2.67% when Republicans control everything. We like divided government, though. Divided government is good, right? Not too good if the president is a Republican, but we're right here right now. Divided indeed, because the White House is Democrat. Now, he's not running, but still same policies, right? Then, of course, we have the Senate and the House, which is Republican, and then, of course, the Senate nearly right now Democrat. But as you can see, the highest, 3.93%. So again, the average, 3.93%, which is the highest. So that means that is a 4% jump in September, October, November. Now, the market averages basically, depending on the time period, in between 7 and 9%. So in 3 months, you're getting basically 60 to 65% of the market. Let's look at the chart. Now, I know I like my whiteboards, right? So again, 3.83%. That's in 3 months, right? Basically, if that's over a year, if you analyze that, now we can't analyze it, but if we did, that would make out to be 15.6%. Now, the market averages, right? So again, 3.83, 15.6%, right? We take that same 15.36%. The market averages, basically we'll say 9%, right? 9% and 15% annualized. This period basically does, when it's all said and done, 70% better than the average market growth. Almost 100%, 100 basis points, 70% better between the 9% annualized and the 15.36% on these 3 months, which means somebody is cooking the books. And the books that are being cooked is the government, specifically not the Democratic Party, but the government, who right now is controlled by the Democratic Party. So this, my profiteers, even though the books are being cooked, even though more liquidity is being pumped in so that we can spend more, even though literally 3 weeks ago, Japan had its worst stock market day ever. 3 weeks, it's like nothing happened. And Japan buys most of our stock. Now, they do some debt as well, but they spend a lot of money on our stock. So how is it they have their worst day in history? They go down like crazy by 12%. We go down almost by 10% in 4 days. And we look up 3 weeks later, it's like nothing happened, because they're putting money into the system, getting ready for the election rally to make sure you, my profiteers, vote for who is in office. Now, this is not political, but I'm saying we need to take advantage of what's going on right now. They're pumping money into the system. They're going to drive up the stock market. Historically, they always do drive up the stock market. Let's look again. Historically, they do drive up the stock market. As we can see, 3.93%. 3.93% when the Democrats in the White House and we have divided government, which we do now. It has happened before. It is happening right now. And this ETF is what we want to look into, because we know it's going to be winners and losers. But what if we can pick all the winners equally? Let's go to the chart. My profit tiers, here we go. RSP, which is the Invesco equal weight. When we say equal weight, this means it's not like the S&P 500 that is dominated like the top 40% of the S&P 500. So for every $100 in the S&P 500, $40 is in the fave 5, was now the magnificent 7, right? NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Google, and Microsoft. 40%. So of course, when they do great, great. When they don't do great, it drives it down. Well, because everybody's going to be winners, you want to also be in things that have underperformed, has not done as good as NVIDIA this year. Because if money's going into the system, they're going to be pumped up more. And they probably will make more than those big mega tech, mega cap companies that's seen a lot of that growth this year. That's why I recommend this. And for the year, right, it's been okay, right? 13%. So I wouldn't say no to that, right? 13%, you kind of analyze that. That's almost 20% for the year. I'll take that, right? 22% to be exact. But my profit tiers, look what happened, right? It is above the Bollinger Band right now. If it breaks out, and this is the weekly chart, my profit tiers, I think it's going to go up not to 4% like the election rally. I think we might have an 8% gain. The reason why is because the S&P 500, right? Look at SPY. S&P 500, as we see here, right? Almost back to where it was. Almost back, right? 1%. Now, the Russell 2000 has definitely lagged compared to everything else. And that's why RSP, I think, is so important, right? So we look here, right? Up 15.6%. Awesome. But look at this, though. Another 5.7, maybe 6% to get back to where it was. And to the Bollinger Band, another 3%. So getting back to where it was, we'll round up and say 6%. Then historically, September, October, November, 4% for the whole stock market, equally related. My profit tiers, that's a 10% return. I don't know about you, but getting 10% in 4.5 months, right? September, October, November, December, and then of course half of August, 4.5 months to 10%. That's pretty good. Over a 12-year, analyze that, that's 23%. Woo-hoo-hoo! 23%, you double your money literally in every 4 years and 2 months. So my profit tiers, I would say look into either the Russell 2000 or from an index standpoint with more safety, right? The S&P 500 equal weighted, not the SPY, but the RSP, which is through Invesco, not a promotion, but I'm just saying. Because the government's pumping money, and let's take advantage of it. And since we cannot pick the winners and losers, let's pick everything equally. And all boats rise with the tide. So there you have it, my profiteers. The government, yes, is pumping money into the system. They are trying to buy your vote as you invest and make that money, baby, money, baby, money, baby. So what we gonna do? Are we in the market, out the market? You think we had that election rally? Or you think it's just in the past like history? Comment below what y'all think. Let me know how you're going to navigate this market. Me, I'm telling my clients, diversification, but yes, let's take advantage of it. Not with all your money, risk tolerance, but that's what we're telling our clients. But for you guys, do what you do. Most important, do your research before you make any decisions. You never know what's going to happen. Nobody but God knows the future. And as we always say, subscribe to our Patreon. Y'all know the Patreon's popping. I'm a certified financial planner, so we give investment advice, but also financial planning advice that's going to help you on a week-to-week basis. And you get videos like this. But as always, love is love. Let's make some paper profits together, y'all. Peace.
Making the money mistakes, make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Paying for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late. Pay for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Bitch at the check, you knowing it could be different, you knowing.